Okie dokie.
All right, we are up to 4 viewers. Zamboni is exiting the ice to the left of us right now. Music is starting up. Girls are on the board over on the far end of the ice. I haven't seen Minneapolis' team yet, but we should be up and running here shortly. Adjust my microphone here.
There comes Minneapolis.
There we go. Minneapolis Storm is coming out of their locker room too, and be getting warm-ups here shortly. I'll see if we can get that on the. See the girls take the ice.
You guys on enemy territory? Is that why you're moving? Oh, they're back to some good music. Thank goodness. Liam's running the scoreboard for us today, filling in for Charlie, so it will be subpar. I'm going to just tell you right now to everyone viewing. He's jamming out and pulling pretzels out of his pocket while we
crunching away.
Are waiting.
It's all right.
He's got his Brad Marchand socks on, his sweatpants pulled up very high to show them.
Let's show everybody, Liam. Show them your.
There we go. Look at that.
Liam right here, and look at this Brad Marchand socks.
Can't wait to go to the game.
So we're going to the Florida Panther game. Those are Boston socks, but Liam's ready to go to cheer on his hero, Brad Marchand the Rat. 8 p.m. tonight, so they face off with the Florida Panthers. So Minneapolis Storm on the far end. They're kicking the boards. They're ready to rock and roll and hit the ice. We're missing a set of refs, though, which is delaying their ability to come out. I see one of the refs coming out of the locker room and the 2 refs coming out. Girls are going to take the ice here.
Yeah, move it or lose it, referees.
Refs have hit the ice. They signal for the girls to come on out. Looks like our girls are respecting the ability for Storm to take the ice at their home rink first. Girls are hitting the ice.
It's in a yellow container.
I don't think don't feel the man.
And we'll start warm-ups here. Girls are coming into this 2-0. We won the last 2 games. Yesterday we faced off against Edina. Let's take a look at the matchups. The schedule. See if I can find it here.
Matrix.
Turning games. Let's see if this is it. Or is this going to be the wrong one? Nope, this is it. All right, so we can take a look at our previous games. Yesterday, we started off the day playing Roseville Mahtomedi. We won 4-0 the beginning, or for the first game. We then faced off against a Edina's Black 10U B1 team. Beat them 1-0. And we're coming into today. Gonna have to go head-to-head against Minneapolis Storm. This is their tournament. They're obviously the host team on this tournament, so they have something to prove.
It's really fun, Billy, beating the home team at their home tournament.
And I think that's going to happen. I watched the first game, right before our first game against Roseville Mahtomedi. Edina and the Storm had played each other, and that game ended 0-0. And neither team looked that impressive. I think that we're a much faster, more physical playing team. The Storm didn't look that fast. They didn't look that aggressive. And I'll tell you what, they could not hit the broadside of a barn every time they shot the puck.
That bodes well for us.
And so, we do a little bit. We have some of our top players. Obviously, we have Libby and Hazel Thacker out there that are just seem to be hounds for finding the back of the net. It's been a while since Thacker, I think, has had a goal. So she's due. Did she? Okay.
Won the first game.
So Libby, though, coming on multiple points between the 2 games. I mean, so we'll see. And all the other girls, obviously, that do their job and they'll make those goals possible. And can't forget our goaltending has been phenomenal. Faith and Harper, both with the big S word. I can't mention that here.
Nope. Not until the game's over.
But, so I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully the girls are fired up, ready to go. They're warming up right now. Remind everybody, if anybody didn't see in the past one, tournament rules. So Pool play will be determined, or the rankings will be determined by the pool play. 2 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and 0 points for a loss. Games are 60 minutes long. They're 3 12-minute stop time periods. Running time for any time there's a 5-goal differential. Penalties are 1-minute minors. 3 penalties in one game result in a game ejection. Pool play tiebreakers are on the screen there for you to read. It will start off with a head-to-head, followed by goal differentials, penalty minutes, and then a coin toss. And then teams must be ready to play 15 minutes early. There is no overtime on any of these pool play games. So this game, there will not be overtime. If it ends in a tie, it just ends in a tie and we get the 1 point. Starting tomorrow for our 4th game, there will be overtime, which would consist of a 5-minute 5-on-5 sudden death, followed by a shootout. About a minute left in warm-ups here, and we'll be underway. Stands are not very big here, so we're packed in here.
Yeah, like
everybody's gonna get to hear our play calling up close and personal.
Yeah.
They give the buzzer for the girls.
Stop being so short.
That period should be starting any minute here. Girls will clean up the pucks. We got about 30 seconds left on that clock, and we'll be underway.
The fill-in tech guy is already causing problems, so we need Charlie back ASAP.
Yeah, our main tech guy, Charlie Truzo, is missing. I would imagine he's got a game, doesn't he, Greg?
Yes, he's at the pond tournament, the SLP.
Oh, the Spring Lake Parks pond tournament.
Yep. So hopefully he's kicking butt today, just like we're going to be.
Oh, we hope. All right, let's see what we do for a starting lineup. Looks like we're going to have Faith back in net to start off the game. Be interesting to see how they do with this game, as yesterday they did one game each, but we only have one game here today. Shut up. We got Emery, Sadie, and Hazel Thacker, along with Hazel Lewis and Clara out there for your D. Emery comes up with a face-off win. Clara tries to get it up to Sadie. Sadie picks it up, carries it into the zone, but that's going to be cut off sides, and we already get a whistle.
I want to hear the hockey game. That was tackling.
Emery start the face-off again.
I like your attitude.
Emery sends it over to Sadie. Sadie dumps it into the zone, but the Storm come up with it. They're going to carry it back behind their goaltender. We can thank them for that. Getting it deep in their zone as Hazel Thacker pressures. Storm coming back up with it. They're going to exit the zone, carrying it into the neutral zone, running into traffic in front. Hazel Thacker doing a nice job again with the back check. She picks this puck up and she comes out of the zone. Hazel's got speed. And she fumbles the puck briefly there. Emery, though, picks it up on the far side board. Hazel grabs it, makes it off the boards. She grabs it, centers it over to try to get to Sadie, but intercepted by the Storm.
Ooh, lucky fall for us.
Emery able to hold the zone here. Sadie there to try to pressure. Hazel trying to dump it in. Storm comes up with it. They're carrying it back behind the goaltender. And they're going to be able to exit the zone. Hensley steps in, tries to pressure, knocks it off the puck. Audrey comes up with it, tries to pass it up to Emery. Emery has a massive collision mid-ice, and she goes down. Hopefully she's okay. She's going to skate immediately to the bench.
Ouch.
It's about time for her to change as it is, so hopefully it was just time to change and not because she's hurt. That could not have felt good.
No.
She's sitting down on the bench. I'm sure that dang near knocked the wind out of her.
I would assume so.
Libby, fresh off the bench, she grinds it into the deep in the corner. She throws it around the back of the net. Comes all the way around to the far side board. And it pops out to neutral ice. Janie grabs it, throws it over to Libby on the near side boards. Libby's going to go in after it. Storm's going to be first to it there in the near side corner. Libby not letting up and battling. Allie grabbing it. She throws it over to Bob over on the far side corner. Bob grabs it. Comes back to her. Clara at the point. Shot on goal by Clara. Comes back to Janie again, and it pops out of the zone. Janie has it. She throws it cross ice, trying to get it to Clara, but it goes over. Bob sweeps it, grabs it. Bob dumps it deep into the zone. Libby going for a change. We now have Brooklyn out. Storm trying to get it out of the zone. Bob trying to do a backhand pass right to Brooklyn. A good play, but they ran into some Storm players. Clara grabs it back at D, passes it up to Bob. Bob chips it into the zone, but it's going to land on the sticks of another Storm player. Clara brings it back in. Shot again gets tipped just wide. Goes into the near side corner here. Brooklyn steps into pressure. Storm still maintains possession. They're bringing it around the far side board. They're going to try to clear the zone. Clara tries to hold, but it bounces off their stick and comes out into the neutral ice. Everybody gets out at this point, and the puck's going to drop back. Janie's going to pick it up. Janie carries it around the back of the net. Goes over to the near side board. Comes out, but Storm came up with it. Brooklyn pressures. See what Natalie off the bench. She tries to pass it over. It's going to go to Janie. Janie's going to cycle it back, trying to regroup. Brings it over to the near side board. Gets it over to Natalie. Natalie's going to try to carry it up the near side. She rushes it in, dumps it in deep. Naya is first to it. She goes to center, but it gets intercepted by a Storm player. Naya continues to battle in the corner. Brooklyn steps up to hold. Kinsley comes in, grabs it, dumps it in. Shot on goal by Kinsley. Saved by that goaltender, though. Storm brings it around the near side boards. Sadie able to hold the zone, dumps it back in deep. Brooklyn is hot after it. Storm come up with it, carry it back behind their goaltender, and now trying to get it out of the zone. Naya back checking. Comes back into our zone. And the Storm able to dump it in deep, but Hazel Lewis is back there to pick it up behind her goaltender. Hazel throws it off the board, gets it to Sadie. Sadie checks it up, or sends it up to Emery.
Right, Emery's back on the ice.
Emery. She carries it in. Tries to center it, but Storm got a stick on that. Oh, it's behind the net. Hazel gets a shot at goal. Rebound, and Sadie almost gets it. Kinsley's trying to hold the zone. And they're able to bounce it out, but it's going to cut the distance of the ice, and we should get an icing on that one. Good attempt on Kinsley to hold the zone. Dia got caught on a change on that one, and Audrey was just jumping off the bench there. Offensive zone draw taken by Emery here. Emery wins it back. Hazel Thacker sends one just wide. Sadie's first to it on the boards. She tries to center it, but it gets intercepted by the Storm. They continue to battle along the near side boards. Audrey holds the zone, chips it back in. Puck gets centered. Redirected by the Storm back behind their goaltender. Oh, and Emery sends one right into the crease. Storm trying to clear the zone. Audrey holds. It goes. Shot attempt gets deflected wide. Hazel Thacker's first to it. Sends one. Another save by their goaltender. Emery fresh on it. She sends it back over to the near side boards. Sadie's going to be over to it, trying to battle. They try to clear the zone. Audrey holding. Audrey tries to send one, but it bounces off the Storm player. And Audrey's coming in. Shot attempt failed. And it gets redirected back behind Faye. Audrey grabs this and is deciding to skate this up. She's got speed. She could just carry this in. She cuts around. Oh, and we get caught on an offsides at the blue line.
By a mile.
Yeah, unfortunately. If you go to dangle, doing it right before you cross the blue line like that is usually going to cause an offsides. Is the miscommunication. They can't predict it in the other players. So no big deal. We got Libby back out on the ice now. Libby wins it back to Janie. Janie. She sends it off the boards, gets it in deep. Goes up back behind the goaltender. Storm's first to it. They throw it around the boards. Pops out. Libby's almost there to get it. Hazel tries to hold the zone. Again, Hazel trying to hold the zone, but Storm able to get it out. Bob steps in, throws it back into the Storm zone, but they come up with it. Allie here to trying to force or battle through and get possession. Storm send it deep into our zone. Bob's going to be first to it here. She tries to pass it, but the Storm are there. Saved by Faith. Another shot right out in front. Puck goes back behind the goaltender. A little miscommunication here. Janie throws it up. He was trying to get it to Allie, but it goes to a Storm player instead of the neutral ice. Bob, though, stepping up. Strips the Storm player. She carries it right into the middle. Backhand shot attempt, but intercepted. Janie grabs this. She throws one towards the net. Oh, and it squeaks through. Saved by the goaltender. Scramble out front, and we finally get a whistle as the goaltender's able to get a hold of it. Bad dash out front, causing some panic by the Storm players. Good plays by these girls. Like to continue this pressure. Get an offensive zone draw. Looks like coach is going to go back to the Brooklyn line. Got Natalie out with Naya. Kinsley and Clara is your D-mates. Brooklyn wins it to Natalie. Natalie takes a shot, but it goes wide of the net. Naya's going to be first to it all along the boards. Naya grabs there, tries to center it, but it gets tipped by a Minneapolis player. They continue to battle, though. Clara holds the zone, dumps it back in with support from Natalie. Naya and Brooklyn tag teaming that. Natalie comes up with it. Natalie tries to redirect it in front. Storm gets a hold of it and comes back out. Kinsley gets it.
Dangerous
cross ice play over to Clara. Clara sends it up the boards, though. Storm get to it there, but Naya is continuing to battle. Storm go cross ice, and they exit the zone. Kinsley's going to be first to it here. Gets her head up. She tries to pass it over, but kind of committed to that pass before she looked, unfortunately. Goes back to the Storm. Brooklyn grabs it on the far side board, sends it up to Naya. Naya gets it into the zone.
Claire almost batted it down with her hand. You see her coach grab him.
Comes back out, and we get a whistle, as I believe we're going to get a tripping call against us.
Bummer.
And it looks like, is that Clara?
Yes.
Clara going to the box for a trip. We'll have our first penalty kill here coming at ya. Coach is going to go with Hazel Thacker along with Sadie as your forwards. Audrey Fitzpatrick and Janie as your D-mates. Hazel Thacker in the face-off circle. She wins it back to Audrey. Audrey tries to send it off the boards. Storm got a stick on that. Audrey again rings it around the boards. Goes to the point. They try to take a shot. Girls doing a nice job interrupting anything. Sadie busts it out.
Come on, Sadie.
Sadie carries it over, gets a breakaway. Shot. Oh, and a save by the goaltender, but a beautiful play by Sadie Truzo.
Nice.
Girls get it in neutral ice. Audrey sends it over to Janie. Janie's going to dump it back in deep into the zone. Hazel in there on the forecheck. Sadie comes in, grabs it, centers it. Oh, and Hazel just couldn't get her stick on that. But
we should play shorthanded more often.
I know, the girls are playing great. Storm gets it, coming back our way. One-on-one against Janie. Janie pressuring outside. Shot goes wide of the net. Janie grabs it here on the near side board, sends it out of the zone. It's going to go to the distance of the ice, though, and we'll get an icing. And we'll have a defensive zone draw. See what the coaches decide to do. That line was moving hot, but they're going to get some fresh legs out there. Probably a good idea. Only 2 seconds left of this penalty kill, so we'll be back 5-on-5 here shortly. Might as well get your lines back on track. We're going to go back with Libby and Allie out there. Kinsley and Hazel Lewis out there as your D-mates.
What is Kinsley doing? She looks like she's on a horse right now.
Yeah, I know. Maybe she's dreaming of a horse. Libby has the puck out, face-off draw, go back to Storm. Kinsley grabs it as a shot attempt goes wide. Kinsley tries to get out of the zone, but Storm's able to hold. Libby steps up, tries to redirect, but it pops out. Shot attempt goes wide by the Storm player. Storm grabs it on the near side boards. Libby's there to pressure. Goes right out in front. Oh, and a shot save redirected by Fake. Dangerous shot angle by the Storm. Well, we kept it in there. Shot right out in front. Saved by Faith again as that puck had jumped right out in front of the net. Our girls send it around over to Bob. Bob is able to get it out of the zone, and that might go the distance.
Yeah.
We'll get an icing again. We're coming back down this direction. Dangerous plays are at that line. Coach doesn't like what he's seeing there, so he's going to change it up. We'll get Brooklyn back out there with Natalie and Naya, along with Janie and Audrey as your teammates. Brooklyn in the face-off circle. Brooklyn wins it over to Janie. Audrey sends it off the boards on the near side here. Storm get able to keep it in. They dump it back behind the goaltender. Janie's there to pressure. Storm Girl goes down. Janie comes up with it. Janie has possession. She's skating it. Decides to bank it off the boards. Gets it, trying to get it to Natalie. Comes out, but pops back in. Should have been an offsides,
Yeah,
but
apparently we're just gonna.
they let that go. Battle in the neutral zone. Natalie trips it over to the red line, but Storm comes up with it and send it back our direction. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't call the offsides on that one.
I don't know. Now they're calling
all
a
that
penalty
stuff.
when the other girl just went and tackled. So.
And we get another whistle, and I think we're going to get an interference call, maybe? Who's going?
Janie. Janie's going.
Janie going to the sin bin. I missed it, but looked like an interference call. Another neutral zone face-off. Gonna have Emery and Hazel Thacker out there, along with Hazel Lewis and Clara as your D-mates. Emery will take the face-off for us. They win it back to Storm. Storm takes a shot. Dribbles through, but Faith is able to cover up and decides to cover it to get the face-off.
Way to go, Faith!
Emery again taking the face-off. Emery wins it back into the corner. Storm gets there first, though, and they try to take a shot. It gets deflected wide. Clara sends it off the near side boards, trying to get it out. Storm able to hold. Battle continues. Pops out and goes back. Hazel Lewis comes up with this behind the net. Storm doing a good job at pressuring. Hazel gets it to Emery. Emery tries to clear it. Storm D tries to shoot it. Emery grabs a hold of it and clears the zone. 27 seconds left of this penalty kill. Storm trying to get it in. Clara intercepts. And they're able to get possession again. Emery coming in, though. Intercepting. Storm get it again. More action as Clara sends it around to the far side boards. Goes over to Hazel Lewis. Hazel tries to chip it out of the zone, but Storm's D able to dump it back in. It goes back behind. Clara picks it up behind the goaltender. She tries to chip it off the boards to Hazel. Hazel Thacker is able to clear the zone. Sadie fresh off the bench as we're back on 5-on-5. Comes flying in. 23 seconds left of the first period here. Emery grabs it in the far side corner. Hazel Thacker comes up with this shot. Oh, and the goalie saved by the goaltender. They're able to hang on, but another dangerous play and smart play by the girls. 12 seconds left of the period. Emery's going to stay out there. Along with Sadie and Hazel Thacker, Audrey and Kinsley are out there as your D-mates. Emery's going to take the face-off. She wins it back to Hazel. Hazel's just able to beat the Storm girl to it. Tries to get it in deep. Hazel throws one, centers it. Gets redeflected by the Storm player. Goes back behind the goalie. Kinsley's able to hold the zone, takes a shot, but that's right at the buzzer. And good first look at as this period ends, wraps up. I think the girls are playing pretty good there.
Yeah.
Couple of times where they could have forechecked a little bit better. Overall, though, a really good period. This last penalty caused us a little bit of a hairy situation where they got some goals or shots on goal, but Faith doing a good job standing up. I'm curious to see if they're going to switch out the goaltenders here, or if they're deciding just to continue this alternating goaltenders. Both goalies are off the bench right now. Faith getting a big gulp of water.
Well deserved.
Yeah. Definitely earned her water break. Get this mic situated. There we go. Looks like Faith's going to stay out there, so they're going to keep up with the one goaltender per game for this tournament. So tomorrow we should see Harper back in that means. See, who's out in the face-off circle? Is it Libby, I would imagine? Being blocked by the ref.
Yeah.
It looks like, Libby's out in the face-off circle here. She wins it back straight to Audrey. Audrey goes cross ice over to Kinsley. Kinsley tries to pass it up, but passes it right to a Storm player, unfortunately. Allie is able to grab it back, though. Libby steps in, grabs it, cuts wide. Libby carries it in, shot. Oh, and the goalie redirected it behind the goaltender. Kinsley gets there, able to hold the zone. Takes a shot from far out. Puck hits some traffic in front. Bob trying to redirect it back in. Goes back behind. Bob centering it. It goes right through the crease. Kinsley's able to hold the zone, takes it, tries to send it back in, but the Storm get a hold of it and they chip it off the boards and able to get it out. Comes back down in our direction. Audrey's there to grab it. Kinsley swoops in, grabs it. Puck goes further into our zone. Kinsley continues to throw it up the boards. Oh, shot. Audrey got her stick on it and redirected it back into the corner. That could have went a bad way. Libby helps out along with Allie. Puck goes out to the D. Storm's D able to hold it temporarily here. Audrey grabs it. She passes it up to Libby. Libby at least able to clear the zone. That comes back in offsides.
I thought they weren't going to call it again.
I didn't think they were either. That was a delayed whistle. Neutral zone face-off, some fresh legs out there. We got Brooklyn back in the face-off circle. Brooklyn wins it back. Oh, but the Storm strip the puck from her. Shot, saved by Faith. Puck goes into the corner. Naya grabs this. She's going to skate it up the near side boards. She passed it over to Brooklyn, just out of the reach of her, though. Goes into the far side corner. Natalie's there on the forecheck. Natalie continues to poke away at it. Storm loses it. Storm come back up with it. Brooklyn does a nice job smacking it away. Goes back behind the goaltender. Storm passing it out to the winger. Naya does a nice job pressuring. Brooklyn gets it, tries to backhander that up. It gets again redirected into the corner. Naya continues to battle nicely. Puck goes back behind the goaltender. Naya stepping up on the forecheck. Naya doing a really good job on the forecheck here as she's pressuring. Puck comes back out to Claire on the point, but she sends it just wide. Brooklyn comes in. She tries to redirect it out front, but the Storm come up with this. They're going to carry it back behind their goaltender. Brooklyn after her. They send it around the near side boards. Comes back out. And the Storm able to get this out, and they bring it through neutral ice. Storm's going to be able to carry it into our zone. Janie's there. They take a shot. Faith gets a pad on it, though, and comes to the near side boards to Naya. Naya's going to try to carry it, but Storm grabbed it, tried to redirect it in front. Hits traffic, though. Natalie sent it to the far side corner and bounces out to Brooklyn. And Brooklyn comes back our direction. Gets forced to take a shot from far back and misses the net. Goes back behind the goaltender. Both of the girls go down. And we're waiting on a call as Brooklyn's going to go on for a trip. I don't know how. They were both battling for that puck. Let's take a look at that again.
Ridiculous.
You'll lose my audio. No. Yeah.
Would you like to watch the instant replay, sir? Seriously.
Come join us in the stands, refs.
Yeah. Head to the booth.
All right, I don't see that. I don't agree with that call, but the refs don't seem too interested to come up here and watch our replay, so we'll go back on the
Minneapolis refs.
Emery wins the faceoff back to Hazel Lewis. Hazel grabs this. He sends it back around the far side of the net. Emery grabs it. Excited here. Chips it off the boards, but can't get it by the Minneapolis Storm defense. Puck goes back behind the net. Hazel Lewis is after it. Storm's going to be first to it. Emery steps up into support, tries to go clear it, but can't get by the D. Emery grabs it again. Storm able to keep it in the zone. Sadie trying to help out. Emery again shoots it, but it hits the skate of the Minneapolis player. And they finally chip it out, and it comes out the distance of the ice. No icing, though, as it doesn't make it fully all the way down. Storm grabs this, tries to go on. Kinsley steps in, almost able to hold the zone here.
She did.
I can't believe she held that.
Must be the power of that mustache.
Yeah. All the power is derived from mustaches, you know. So that's my dad. Hazel Lewis picks this up, brings it around the back of the net, tries to ring it off the boards. Storm come up with it, send one from the point, but Faith saw it all the way and gets down and recovers that. Another beautiful save by Faith.
Way to go, Faith!
Get a defensive zone draw. We're back 5-on-5 as that brings the penalty to an end. Libby will be back in the face-off circle with Allie and Bob back out there with her. Libby wins the face-off. It goes back to Bob, who's now battling for it in the corner. Clara grabs it, chips it out, comes out to neutral ice. Bob and Allie are both forechecking, coming in hot. Storm gets to it first, and they dump it back our direction, but Audrey gets it, tries to pass it over, but it's intercepted, and Storm bring it back into the zone offsides, and we get another whistle.
Now I just don't believe they're going to call any offside, so.
Maybe.
But they've called everyone since then, so I should not be so pessimistic.
Get a center ice face-off. Libby will stay out there. Face-off goes to the Storm. They try to pass it up. Comes back over to Clara. Clara banks it off the boards, tries to get it to Bob. Let the Storm come up with this, and they're able to get it back in their possession. They chip it back, played whack-a-mole with the puck. Audrey gets it, sends it back up to Allie. Allie fumbles it momentarily, but they're able to get it in, and Libby steps up, gets it from the first girl, maintains possession here in the corner, drops it back to Allie, goes all the way back to Audrey now. Audrey takes a shot, goes wide of the net though. Storm comes up with this here. Our girls getting possession again as Libby comes up with this, maintains possession here in the corner, sends it back off the boards, goes into the corner. Bob steps in to help out. Bob centers it, hits the goalie, and they go down and save it. Another dangerous play. 6:52 left in the second period. Coach is going to get some fresh legs out there. He's going with the Emery, Hazel, and Sadie line. Janie and Kinsley out there for your D-mates. Kinsley look tiny next to that Janie. It's like a little mini version. Emery trying to win this. Storm come up with it. Comes back to Kinsley. Kinsley sends one. A little weak though, and it dribbles almost all the way through, but Storm get their stick on it, send it back to the corner. Centering attempt again. Fans on it. Pops out. Action out in front. Oh, and Hazel Thacker grabs it, brings it back behind the goaltender.
Nice job, Hazel.
Yeah, action continues. Storm kindly trying to get it out of the zone. Kinsley tries to hold, but not able to. Kinsley keeps coming in, battling. Kinsley goes down. She at least forced the Minneapolis Storm player out wide, and they have to take a shot that was weak and it went behind the goal. Almost getting it back out of the zone. Kinsley playing right in the middle, chips it over. Emery gets it out of the zone, and Minneapolis Storm player just barely brought it back in, and they call it offsides. Like tapped it in and brought it back out. Like all of them, that one.
That one.
I was like, okay. But it was an offsides either way. We're getting some new lines out again. This time we're going back to Brooklyn, Naya, and Natalie, along with Hazel Lewis and Clara back out there as your D partners. Brooklyn in the face-off circle. She sends it back towards the Minneapolis D. Naya doing a really good job battling, supported. Naya comes up with this. She dumps it in deep. Natalie and Naya forechecking it. Natalie goes back behind the net, disrupts the play, gets possession of this, redirects it back behind her. Oh, and Brooklyn takes her down, and they're going to call Brooklyn. They're going to call Brooklyn for a check. Yeah, he gives the symbol for a check, and Brooklyn going back to the sin bin.
I think that's 2 on her, isn't it?
Yeah, we can do the replay on that one, yeah. Let's take a look. I just missed it. Kind of got to that replay a little bit too late. Kind of missed it. Natalie back in the face-off circle here in the defensive zone. So we're back short-handed. Centering attempt by the Storm, but they can't connect. Clara's first to it, sends it up the near side boards, and it bounces all the way out, comes back in off sides. We'll get a face-off here right in front of us. Natalie's going to take the face-off. She's got Naya to her right. Audrey Fitzpatrick and Janie out there with her. Puck goes to the far side of the board or the rink here. Natalie's almost first to it. They both go down. No call on that one. I think that should have been a call. Natalie is able to dump it back in. It goes all the way down. No icing as it was over the red line. 30 seconds left in the PK. Minneapolis sends it off the boards, but Audrey steps up, holds the zone here. Eventually, Storm able to get it back out. Natalie first to it, passes it to Naya. Naya's going to dump it into the zone.
Nice job, Audrey.
Trying to hold the zone. Natalie supporting. Storm's able to chip it out. It comes back down to our direction. Janie's first to it. She picks it up, carries it around the back of the net. That's going to kill the penalty as we're back full strength. We got Allie out on the ice now. Janie carries it in. Let's see what she can do. She cuts to the middle. Oh, and she goes down. Audrey coming back in. Able to hold the zone momentarily here, but Storm's able to get it back out. Puck goes into the zone. Libby's there, though, to take away any opportunity. She carries the puck around the back of the net. She sends it off the boards, but the Storm defense is first to it, able to hold. Libby gets it, and she sends it down. Tipped by Bob there, lost the momentum and went back to Storm. Janie gets it on the far side boards. Storm able to get it in temporarily. Audrey picks it up, sends it to the near side board here, and Bob's in. She tries to toe drag around her. She still has it shot, but it goes high of the net. Allie's going to be first to it on the boards. Clara steps up to help. She chips it in. Libby comes up with this. Libby walks around, takes a shot. Oh, I think that hit the backside of the net. Bob goes after it in the corner, supported by Libby. Battling here in the near side boards. Storm comes up with this. They're going to carry it out of the zone. And they get it in deep, but Libby comes through and in, does a nice stick lift to take any opportunity away. Libby picks it up, tries to cut around her, but Storm gets a stick on it. Clara chips it out of the zone. Comes to the smallest player of all of U10 here, number 20 from Storm. She is tiny. And it comes down. We're going to get an icing. Do you see that, number 20? She looks like she could be a Mike player from the Storm. Very small. Puck will come back down into our zone. 3:02 left in the second period. Still 0-0. Emery's back out on the ice. Trying to win it. Goes back over to Kinsley. Kinsley brings it over to the near side board. Chips it off. Goes over to Hazel. Hazel's able to get it off the boards to Emery. And Emery carries it through. She's got support. Gets it over the line. Kinsley steps in. Holds the zone. Hazel Thacker comes up, takes a shot, goes back behind the net, goes around to the far side boards. Emery's first to it. Storm gets there first. Actually, I take that back.
Nice.
Clara holds the zone, though. Storm comes up with this, and they're going to get able to get it out of the zone. Not very far as Kinsley grabs it at neutral ice. Kinsley just backhanders it. I would rather pass it over to Clara there, though. Go over that tonight with her. Sadie comes up with this, brings it right up front, backhand. Saved by the goaltender, though. Emery's going to pick this up on the far side boards. Battling with the Storm player, drops back to Hazel Lewis. Hazel grabs it, chips it out front, tries to get it to Thacker. Thacker tries to backhand it over to Sadie, but they're able to clear the zone as RD were going for a change. Hazel gets to it first, though. Gets it off the boards. It goes to... Oh, it came to Hazel, but they lost it here. Trying to get down here and see everything. Puck comes into the zone of Storms. Hazel comes up with it. Cuts around the back of the net. Tries to center it around as a wraparound, but can't complete it as Storm got a stick on that. Emery battles, sends one right in the middle. Emery with a rebound shot. It bounces out, and we got a whistle. Oh, we got a whistle. Bounced out. Hazel Thacker had that one. That was ridiculous. You could tell, I mean, that puck actually bounced out and they had an opportunity to bury that, but we had a premature whistle. Brooklyn sends it over to the near side boards. Natalie does a nice job, sends it back in deep. Storm gets there first. They send it off the boards, but Audrey's first to it, takes a shot, but it goes off the skate of a Minneapolis player. Natalie's going to go there first on the near side boards, drops it back to Hazel Lewis. Hazel takes a shot, goes right in the middle. Oh, and Minneapolis able to chip it out of the zone. Audrey's going to be first to it, though. Audrey coming back around.
Come on, Audrey.
She carries it through the neutral zone, cutting right through. Gets around everybody. Shot on! It hits the goaltender. Goes wide. What a beautiful play by Audrey Fitzpatrick. Audrey gets it again, sends one just wide. It goes back behind the net to the far side boards now. Natalie's going to be first to it. Natalie tries to redirect into the center of the ice. Storm fan on it. Naya comes up with a shot, saved by the goaltender. Number 20 grabs it from the Storm. She's going to carry it back out of the zone. Hazel tries to hold the zone, but from the wrong side of the blue line, unfortunately, and we'll get an offsides. 22 seconds left of this period. Seen some great action towards the end of this period. Hopefully the girls continue this. Libby's line's going to be back out there. We got Allie along with Bob, Janie, and Claire out there as your D-mates. Face-off one clean back to Janie. Janie grabs it, throws it off the boards, gets it in deep into the zone. 17 seconds left. Libby's in there on the forecheck, comes in, battles, does a nice job getting in there, supported by Allie. Minneapolis coming up with it. Bob grabs it. Clara is able to hold the zone, tries to send one in, and we get the buzzer to bring the second period to an end. 0-0 still after 2 periods. Great effort by both these sets of girls on both sides.
Yes.
But we're
the
doing
Storm and the referees, and then versus Centennial Spring Lake Park. It's going great.
Yeah, you know. Our Centennial girls are doing a great job. Yeah. Centennial Spring Lake Park, I should say, as we are Spring Lake Park people.
Yeah,
we're the guests here. We're the guests here.
We are the SLP of the CSLP.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple others, Sadie and Hazel.
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
I think that's it. Is that it? Sadie, Hazel, and Kinsley?
No, Audrey.
Oh, Audrey. Yeah, duh. So 4 girls. Yeah. Happy to be here, though. Intermission's winding down as we got 20 seconds left, roughly. Some exciting action here. The girls got to keep this up here to get this win. We'd really like to get the win coming in. I still think if we tie, we would go on to the championship tomorrow because we'll have 5 points. And the Storm, I think they've lost a game. But
they for sure tied their first game. Remember?
Yeah,
so they only have a point for
they
that
did.
One.
We get the buzzer. See what he's going to go with. It looks like we're going to start with Emery's line. Or no, I'm sorry. Libby's line is back out there with Bob and Allie. Janie and Claire out there as your D-mates. Libby will take the face-off. Libby wins it back. She's going to maintain possession herself. Redirects it back this direction, but it goes right to the stick of a Storm player. Storm gets it. They pass it to the far side of the boards here. Bob disrupts that play. Libby comes up with it, and he's going to draw a tripping call. And we will get a power play. Let's take a look at that one again. I don't know if I caught it, actually.
Yeah, right there.
Let's see it, girls! Go Black!
All right, we're back in action here, taking our first face-off. Libby wins it, gets it to to Bob. Bob sends one towards in front. Can't tell if that hit the goaltender or if somebody intercepted that. Goes over to the boards. Bob tries to redirect it. Goes to Allie. Allie fans on the shot. Libby now trying to get it through. Oh, and it dribbles right through the crease. They just can't get it in. Comes back out to Janie on the point. Janie sends one just wide. Bob grabs this, trying to center it. Minneapolis redirects, brings it back behind their net. They send it off the boards. Janie's going to be first to this, though. They get it in. Allie tries to get it. Goes to Libby. Libby sends one high and wide. Storm gets it on the near side boards. Can't get it by Clara, though. Clara sends one, but hits traffic in front. Bob comes up with this. Walks around. They get a stick on her, though. And they're able to get it out of the zone here.
And it's icing, though.
Yes, and it'll be coming back our way. 10 seconds left of this penalty kill, or power play. Oh, you see the number on the board for the girl that went to the box?
Yep.
63. The Rat. Brad Marchand's number.
All right, you got it, babe.
Emery will be back in the face-off circle. Hazel and Sadie out there along with Hazel Lewis, and Kinsley is your teammates. Emery comes up with the win. Sadie sweeps in, goes back to Emery. Emery sends one. Oh, and it hits the side of the net. Puck goes back behind, goes around. Kinsley's going to be able to hold the zone. She sends it deep into the zone. Oh! Hazel grabs it, sends it over. Hazel Lewis is going to have to get this one. Hazel picks this up, tries to get it over. Kinsley steps in, helps hold the zone momentarily. Storm, they still can't get it out here.
Oh, there. Oh, no.
Oh, and they got it out of the zone and dropped it back in, and we're going to get an offsides. Scramble there along the blue line, though. Coach decides to leave the same pairings out there. Emery will take the face-off. Emery wins this back, goes to Hazel Lewis. Hazel tries to pass it up. Running into some traffic with Sadie and Emery, but Emery fights through, sends one wide. It goes back behind the net. Hazel Thacker's first to it, though. She centers it. Oh, and they just can't bury it on that. Kinsley steps up, tries to hold the zone, supported by Emery. Comes back out, though. Emery gets it. Pass it over to Hazel Lewis. Oh, and the Storm bump it off for a stick. Kinsley comes in hot, though. Does a nice stick lift, takes away the opportunity. Goes into the near side boards. Hazel Thacker grabs it, decides to carry it back behind Faith. Brings it around the far side boards. Dumps it up, tries to get it up to Emery, I believe. Shot attempt by the Storm, though, as they grabbed it. Gets intercepted by Hazel Lewis. Hazel tries to get it out of the zone, but reads some resistance. Hazel's just going to carry this. She decides to go around the back of the net.
Hacky hack.
Some slashing going on, but no calls. Some of the parents in the stands are mad. Puck goes back behind the net. Hazel Lewis grabs it, tries to get it off there. Emery's able to chip it out of the zone, comes over. Hazel Thacker is there. Hazel grabs it, comes in, takes a shot on it, goes wide of the net. Hazel, though, continues to battle to get possession of this. Storm come up with it momentarily. See what had happened. Emery stepping in to help out. Storm, that little tyke, number 20, comes in. They pass it over. Kinsley's there to battle through, and they don't get a shot off as it goes into the near side corner. Emery stepping in, sends it over, gets it up to Hazel. Hazel bounces it off the boards. She passed it up to Sadie, and Sadie's into the zone. Sadie goes down. Thacker comes in, tries to help out. Puck comes out into the neutral ice. Audrey, fresh off the bench, gets in the action. Brooklyn's now out. Hazel Thacker brings it, gets possession again, cuts right in. Oh, and Storm take away the opportunity for her to take a shot as they do a good job. Clara fumbles it and it bounces out of the zone. She sends it cross ice, trying to get it to Audrey. Audrey goes over, races for it. Storm sends it into our zone. Clara sends it off the boards, gets it out, goes over to Audrey. Audrey grabs it. She's going to carry it in the zone. She's coming in fast, takes a shot. Oh, and I think it hit the Storm player, get redirected into the corner there. And Storm's going to get it back out, but Natalie Smith, what a back check by Natalie, flying back. That was a fast back check. Determination not to let them get back with that. Puck comes out in front, bounces off Audrey's stick. Audrey backhands it, gets it to Naya, and Naya now is going to carry it in. She dumps it in deep. Goes up behind the goaltender. Brooklyn's first to it. She sends it back around to Naya. Naya tips it right out front. Oh, and Natalie just misses it. Audrey comes back to her at the point. She tries to get it in. Storm gets a stick on it. Goes back to Naya, though. Naya sends it out front. Storm redirected into the corner. Natalie picks it up. Tries to center. It's going to come all the way back to Audrey. Audrey takes a shot, but it bounces off the leg of the Storm player. And oh, and Janie with another big play as they take away the opportunity. And they get it into the zone. The Storm do. They try to take a shot from the blue line. Goes back behind the goalie. Audrey picks it up. She carries it back behind Faith. She's able to get it out of the zone, but it's going to land on the stick of a Storm player. Comes back in off sides, and we'll get a whistle. She got a center ice face off here. Some good action in this game here. 6:05 left of the game. Libby will be in the face-off circle. Libby wins it. She sends it over to Allie, or Bob. Bob redirects it, gets it into the zone. Libby comes flying in. Bob able to hold. Storm comes up with this. Allie disrupting the play. They get possession of it again because Allie's turnover. Libby grabs it. She carries it in. Shot and blocker saved by their goalie. Man, this goalie is standing on their head. Libby again with it. Sends it off the boards. Picks it up herself. Puck comes back. Kinsley rushing up, trying to hold the zone, but Storm's able to get their stick on it first and sends it back in our direction. Janie picks it up. She sends it off the boards, gets it to Libby. Libby again with it, back into the zone. Cuts wide. Shot right into the belly. Oh, saved by the goaltender. And the girls do a good job crashing that net, offering pressure. What a beautiful shift by those girls. That was their best shift of the entire game for that line right there. New line coming out here. Emery, Sadie, Hazel Thacker, Hazel Lewis, and Clara back out on the ice. Emery will take the face-off. Face-off goes over to the near side boards. Clara able to hold the zone, dumps it in. Emery got it, tried to center it. Gets redirected back to the boards by the Storm. Again, Storm coming up with this. Trying to get it out of the zone. Girls able to hold momentarily, but Storm gets it out. And they send it back our direction. Sadie picks this up. Sadie grabbed it. She's going to carry it over herself. She cuts wide, tries to center it. Emery's just not in position quite yet. Storm redirected on the boards. Hazel Lewis grabs it, sends it right out in front. Emery battling for it. She tries to send one in front. Emery again with another shot attempt, but gets redirected wide. Emery gets it, sends it around the back of the board or the net. Sadie comes up with this, tries to center. Puck goes over to the near side court. Hazel Thacker grabbed it, tried to center it, but nobody home. Storm came up with that, and they're able to chip it out of the zone. Comes all the way down, and I believe we'll get an icing on this. But
will be.
And we do. Coach is going to get a new line out there, going back to Brooklyn, Naya, and Natalie's long, along with Kinsley and Audrey. Brooklyn will take the face-off. The stupid glass holders like covering up.
I hate those glass holders.
It's like perfectly over it. Brooklyn runs it straight back, goes back to Naya. Kinsley, though, takes it, takes a shot, hits traffic in front, comes back out to Audrey. Audrey sends one. It's on net. Bouncing puck, too, but the goaltender comes up with a save. Audrey trying to hold the line at the blue line. Kinsley stepping in, trying to get it. Fans on it. Pops out momentarily, I think, but Kinsley continues to battle. Natalie comes back, holds it. Storm coming up with it. Centering attempt. Brooklyn back, disrupts the shot. Natalie again disrupting, sends it back behind the goalie. They redirect it all the way around the boards. Nia there to pressure, but Storm able to dump it back in. Natalie comes up with this. Natalie sends it over, tries to get it to Nia, passes off its mark though. Oh, and it bounces, shot by Minneapolis, goes right on net, and Faith holding strong again. Nia goes back and gives her goaltender a hug, as that was a big save. Only 3:13 left of this game. A goal now could cost us this game, so we got to be careful and continue to play on their end. Libby's going to be back out in the face-off circle. They got Allie and Bob along with Hazel Lewis and Janie. Face-off goes to the Storm. Shot attempt gets deflected wide. Libby comes up with it, sends it around the boards. Storm defense temporarily able to hold. Libby comes up with it. She's in on a rush here. Cuts in. Oh, and the Storm get a stick on it, direct it over. Oh, centering attempt goes just wide of there. Goes right through the front of the net, but they can't get a stick on it. And it pops back out. Hazel, oh no. Number 2. Oh, and Hazel Lewis gets back. Oh, puck buzzes back. Faith with another shake. Puck out front. Hey, oh, and Faith gets it down. What a play. We got to watch that again.
Nice job.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. What a shift.
All right.
All right, we're back. What a crazy play. Emery's back in the face-off circle. Send it off the boards to Hazel Thacker. Thacker redirects it back over to Sadie. And the Storm get a stick on it and bring it back in offsides. What a play. Some big saves by Faith. Incredible goaltending here today by both sides in reality. 2:36 left of this game. Emery will be back in the face-off circle. Puck goes to Storm. They try to bring it back in. Emery's there. Oh no, and they walk in. And a shot, but saved by Faith again. Faith doing her job today. Standing tall. I wish they would put the shots on goal total on these scoreboards, but they don't have it on this one. Be interesting to see the shot totals.
Or even the scoreboard.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you can see it down there. You couldn't see on your little camera.
Oh, I don't care about that.
The wrong screen.
Emery coming up with this. She passes it up to Sadie. Sadie redirects it over to Emery. And the girls are in. Shot. Oh, and it goes off the post. Oh, puck comes back to Audrey. Audrey takes a shot, dribbles through. Oh, and somebody got a stick on it and redirected it wide. Emery sends one to Echo Fun. Hazel Thacker battling for it. Puck goes around to the far side board. And it's going to come out. Audrey's going to get it on. Audrey sends it back over. Storm's going to be first to it, but Hazel gets there, holds the zone. Hazel Thacker comes up with it again. Gets it in deep into the zone. Emery's going to step in, redirects it back the other way. Hazel Thacker's there. Puck comes back to our point. Shot from Clara, just goes wide of the net. Sadie grabs it, tries to wrap it around, but Storm get their stick on it. Emery comes up with this. Far side battle, minute 15 left of this game. Oh, and we get caught. I think Audrey was going for a shift change. Audrey redumps it in. Storm trying to clear the zone. Audrey trying to hold. It bounces out though. Clara's going to be first to it. Or I'm sorry, Audrey is. She's going to redirect, sends it up to the far side boards. Hazel Thacker's there. She dumps it in deep. Goes in behind the goaltender. Number 20 again from Minneapolis, the fast little tyke. She's first to it, but our girl's doing a nice job with the forecheck. Minneapolis sends it around the far side boards. 38 seconds left in this game. It pops out. Comes to Audrey. Audrey, oh! Almost fumbles it there. Dangerous play. Comes into our zone. Kinsley grabs it. She's going to bank it off the walls. We got to be careful here as we're going for a change. We don't want to get caught with too many women. 20 seconds left. Audrey drops back, picks this up. She's going to carry it back behind Faith. Battles through one Storm player. Brings it around the near side boards. Cuts over wide. Come on, 7 seconds left. She doesn't have much time. Cuts in. Oh, and they intersect with Sadie. And the two girls, and that will bring us to the end of the game, and we'll end in a tie. 0-0. Amazing goaltending by Faith as all the girls come in to celebrate with Faith. That was an incredible performance. Unbelievable. Does that count as a shutout then for her?
I say so.
I mean, we didn't score, but they didn't score either. Families are happy to see this one.
How did they not score? They had like 500 shots and couldn't score one.
All right.
That goalie on the
We'll have to wait to see what time we're back tomorrow, but we will definitely be back tomorrow. And then we actually have a Blaine game. We're back on the ice too tomorrow after this. Let's see here. Let's see our normal schedule. Remaining season. What time do we play? I got it. So after the game tomorrow, then we play tomorrow against Blaine at 4:40 at Fogarty Ice. So
good. Fogarty, my favorite rink.
the girls got a lot coming at them. Natalie's beside me trying to figure out.
They play, I think, at
I think would be the championship game.
2:15.
Okay. Well, girls huddle around, going to do the prayer circle. But we'll post it. We'll be live for sure for the championship game. We'll see you tomorrow.